Hello and welcome to the Codec Moments run through of, well, I say our highest score, but actually really, come on, we all know Andy's doing the pile of shame. So you're here for Matt's personal best score on Hitman Sniper Challenge. And we thought, rather than just watching 15 minutes of people getting shot in the head, we'd use the opportunity to talk about what we want from Hitman 2. So joining me is none other than Andy Brown.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm good, to you?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Jealous of all this Hitman 2 talk, considering I'm not allowed to buy it till January.
So January, that was a Freudian slip there. You'll cave early.
Yeah, I'm scared I might.
Nice shot, 47.
So, at the point of recording this, today we've had quite a phenomenal announcement from IO about content for Hitman 2.
Yeah, so they've come out and told us there's going to be a world of assassination.
Yeah. Oh, hang on. Didn't we know that already?
Yeah, but this is different. This is going to be all of the Hitman-y goodness, you know, from Hitman 2016 onwards.
Yeah, that is pretty impressive, actually. We'd been talking about things that we'd love to see in the game, and I don't think either of us actually said, oh, all the old levels from Hitman overhauled in the new engine with all the new abilities and crowd features and everything else. So that's sounding pretty impressive, actually. That's a hell of a thing to put in.
Essentially, it's taking one of the best sandbox games of this generation and throwing it in with a whole new one. It's the spiritual continuation of the episodic format that, you know, the last game had.
It is. And whilst it's not actually massively clear, if you already own Hitman, you're going to get all these levels gratis. If you don't, I think you're going to have to pay for them.
It does sound that way, yeah. Yeah, and I think I mean, two things. Number one, it paves the way for something that I've always wanted since Hitman 2016 was announced, which was the return of the weapons case. So I'm pleased to see that, and it'll be... It's always the one thing I've kind of lamented about the Hitman game was that mechanic was lost, and a lot of the levels I personally thought would have benefited from it. And now I'm going to get to go back and play them as the sneaky silent assassin. It's all well and good, you know, having weapons caches on site, being able to pick stuff up, and finding a way or an outfit to carry something to a sniper perch. But actually, that proper feeling of being an assassin and just subtly walking up to wherever it happens to be that you want to be with a case completely undetected, taking out your rifle, taking one shot, one kill, and then packing it back up and walking off before anyone realizes what you've done it was just phenomenal.
That's it. It awakens those psychopathic tendencies in you.
Yeah, it did sound a bit dark, didn't it?
Yeah. Let's make it a bit lighter. Well, not to berate you for your choice of wanting to be a sniper and long distance kill people, but I'd actually quite like to see more sniper challenges. The one that they've released as pre-order content is really good, with a load of depth to it. Even though you are fixed in location, it's surprising how much there is. When they did the one for Hitman Absolution, it had an amazing amount of replayability on it. And then obviously there's been the mobile games, which have always added more content and giving you little bits and pieces to find. So actually I'd like to see more of that themed locations like we got from Hitman 2016.
Yeah. I mean, for me, that ties in perfectly with something I've always wanted to see in the series is co-op action. And I think the sniper challenge mode would be the perfect way. It'd be a really good game mode, because it'd be similar to the Sniper Elite series where you had the Overwatch.
Yes.
You could have one person in the sniper perch fixed, and then another person actually on the ground who's got to get up close and personal with the targets. So it might be that there's only one or two brief opportunities for the sniper to take out the main target, but actually they could spot for the person on the ground, or they could, help them out.
Yeah, that worked well in Sniper Elite 4, and I think you're right. I think it'd be perfect for the Hitman series. I think they're starting to go that way with the co-op sniper challenge, but that is fixed location shooting again. It's not one on the ground, one providing intel.
So what else do we want to see in Hitman 2?
So I genuinely really enjoyed the NPCs in Hitman games.
Yeah.
They're usually quite amusing.
Yeah, they are pretty
there's
good.
always something going on, and of course, oftentimes they're your key to getting around the level. But I'd quite like to see a deeper NPC interaction with it. I'm not talking Skyrim levels of conversation, but just a little bit more involvement on a wider scale, rather than having one or two characters that you can utilize, maybe having a few extra, and maybe a proper level of interaction with them. That could be a lot of fun. To just sow the seeds of that living, breathing environment. That's it. And I would also like to see, good or bad, the notoriety system coming back and carrying through. So that maybe is an option, maybe it's something that you can turn on and off, but that do something visible and your picture's there or your face is there and it's carried over throughout the missions, giving purpose to that wiping video evidence that we were doing in Hitman.
We talked about some of the mechanics. We talked about some of the other aspects we want to see. What do we want to see kind of surrounding the game to develop it more, to make it more than just the basic single player experience?
It's back to those elusive targets, isn't it? It's more of those, maybe a little bit more frequent, or if not more frequent, maybe a longer window to get them. Because I think that was the challenge last time. If you're busy, it is quite difficult. Or was in the early stages. They lengthened it as you went along. But definitely on the elusive targets. And more in-depth level building. Particularly probably custom escalations. Because I don't think they ever came in. I haven't booted the game up in a little while, but I don't remember custom escalations ever becoming part of the tool set for user-generated content.
No, they certainly improved the contracts mode, so you could set rules and stipulations, but a development of that and custom escalations, that'd be really interesting.
Yeah.
I'd like to see old levels from Blood Money and contracts brought back as well.
Yeah, that would be good to see some nice ones. Revisit St. Petersburg in an overhauled engine. I think that'd be phenomenal.
The Paris Opera House is one that would kind of really benefit from the advances and the improved AI from the NPCs. And I guess more I want more celebrities.
Oh, you know who I want. I want Gary Cole, because we didn't get to kill him on purpose.
I did
last time. He was in there. You could do it, but he wasn't a target, was he?
Was Gary Cole?
It was Gary Busey. It was Gary Busey that we took out.
Oh yeah, no, that's
there was
right.
the competition.
Yeah, sorry, I threw a duck at him. Now I remember.
Cole or Busey. And I want the other one. I'd love to see that come back. That would be a nice little joke. But I'd like to see more face-offs, more celebrity face-offs.
Just a raft of celebrity cameos coming through. It would be awesome. Well, good. I'm looking forward to Hitman 2 when it comes out in January.
That's the 13th of November. For those of us that haven't artificially hampered our purchasing this year, or 9th of November if you pre-order digitally.
Oh, goddamn.
Thanks very much for listening. Head over to codecmoments.com for more reviews and info, or follow us on Facebook, Codec Moments, or on Twitter @Codec Moments. Thanks very much.
Bye.
Bye.